Exam season is messy. Your head is constantly digesting tons of words, and from time to time it gets a little sick of all the pages it has consumed. So maybe it's time for your body to fill in. It's so weird that running in a circle of 5 kilometers can give you a connection with yourself that you don't find elsewhere. But it's not the weirdest thing about this world. Spending a whole day behind your desk from dusk till dawn, till even after that, listening to lectures, doing flashcards, asking questions, even dreaming about your material, and repeating this for a whole month, every single day, for a few hours of testing, which results in a number of your competence, is pretty weird too, I would say. It's all about meaning in the end. A silly sock with holes in it could be the most important thing you own if it has a meaningful story. I think that's what we're doing. Students of school, students of life, reading between the lines of absurdity, trying to understand what the hell is going on. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm running ridiculously late, so I'm going to keep this very short. Normally, my exam routine, for anyone who's interested, looks something like waking up at 6 or 7 a.m., eating something low sugar and high protein, letting my dog out with a coffee that I made, and then just watching the sunlight for a bit, setting my circadian rhythm, going back inside, putting my gym clothes on, and just starting with studying. We're studying for a few hours and then we go to the gym at around 1 or 2. Sometimes I'm skipping the gym when I'm really behind schedule, but that's really an exception. I try to go as often as possible because movement is so important for your brain to make connections and to keep that blood flow going because you're sitting behind your desk for a whole day. When I come back from the gym, then I study for like 4 hours or maybe, but those are my least productive hours. That's why I don't go to the gym in the morning, because then is really my focus time. And then in the evening, I try to go for a run. I still have to be very careful with my injury, so sometimes I skip it and do a walk, or sometimes I don't go at all. Usually I go around the time that the sun is setting, because it's also very good for your sleep. Also for your sleep, after that, I'm taking a very hot shower. So when I'm in bed, my temperature goes down a little. When your temperature goes down, it's easier for your body to fall asleep. So that's why I don't shower in the morning. That's a little bit how my routine is looking at the moment. And now we're going to study because we have so much to do. We're studying for industrial psychology and assessment, hopefully. We're now going to focus and yeah. also get bored of doing all these stacks of flashcards over and over again. Yeah, me too. But even though we don't want to do this could mean the difference between getting a question right or wrong. I can tell you how many times I've thanked myself for just revising that one chapter once more, especially right before making the exam, when your brain absorbs the knowledge like a sponge. Suddenly you see a question about something you revised and would not have known if you did not go over it once more, even if it's only 5 minutes. Exams are kind of like this. They test not only your knowledge, but your resilience and perseverance as well. I always feel so much better when my room is clean. That's something very nice to do after an exam, just clean your room and just clear out those little things that you had on your to-do list for like the whole week or the whole exam period. Or do some self-care after an exam. It always feels very nice. I am here with Bob. I kind of accidentally stole him the last night that I drank alcohol from a karaoke bar, I think. And it's kind of iconic that I called him Bob back then, because I didn't know I would quit alcohol till now. And in Belgium it means when Bob means that you don't drink and that you are going to drive people. He's my luck bearer and he really gave me some luck because my exam went okay, and I really thought, because of all the time I spent thinking about the video, making the video, combining everything, that I would fail the exam, but I didn't. So even though the exam was at 5 p.m. in the evening with the smallest font like you could ever imagine, it was very small to read and a lot of text, my brain was really not braining at that point, and I had a headache after an hour of making the exam and I still had 15 questions to go. But overall, I'm very happy with how it went. I maybe thought before finishing the video that I would share some exam tips that are very silly and small, but still maybe some of you get some use from them. And the first one is changing your passwords of your social media to passwords you can't remember, or just logging out, because our brain has like the thing of just clicking on social media, but when you have to log in first, you don't waste as much time. It's like the gate of saying I'm not going on social media. Also for me, when I'm not focused, changing my clothes really helps. Sometimes I'm just changing my clothes and then suddenly my brain is like, okay, brand new day, brand new focus. I know it makes not a lot of sense, but for me it works. And switching up your learning styles a little so you don't get bored of doing flashcards all the time. Arriving early at an exam so you can spend like half an hour of just getting used to the environment and getting into exam mode. What also really helps for my nerves is listening to something before the exam, like on the way, of like someone you really aspire to. Like for me, I listen sometimes to David Goggins, and that really calms me down when I'm going to an exam. I know it maybe sounds silly, but really listening to his voice and his audiobook really calms me down. Also in the gym, sometimes I'm listening to him because it calms my nerves for some weird way. I don't know why that is, but for sleep, I don't think I really have tips except for not eating too late in the evening and not drinking coffee after 2 or 4 at least. Because I struggle with sleep also a lot during the exams. Also, I'm not sure if I will be vlogging next week. I hope so, but I don't know because it's always in the back of your head. You can't really focus for me, really, because the inspiration comes while I'm studying. Yeah, I have to study, you know. Oh, and also, this might be a very weird question, but are there some people with dyslexia who watch my content and think it's the letter, like the font is too small, or if if there's something you can't read or anything? I would love to include every one of my subscribers into my videos. You can always send me this or just comment this if I can make my videos better for you personally. Then I will try to do the best I can to make my videos available for everyone and every kind of person. I don't know if that's really possible, but I try. Thanks a lot for watching the video, and I hope you really enjoyed it, even though it came a little late. And yeah, bye.